Hi oh goodness, we're off to a good start. Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 262 of the Karen Knits podcast. My name is Karen, and I'm coming to you from South Central Pennsylvania, where I live, where I work, where I knit, and get into all kinds of other crafting shenanigans. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. It is Saturday, May. Oh goodness, it's not May anymore, Karen. It's Saturday, June the 14th. 2025, and it's an overcast, hazy, muggy kind of day out there today. Cloudy, it's threatening rain later on. I'm staying inside. Anywho, and it's hot. It's in the mid 80s. Anywho, if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for popping by and checking out my channel. I hope you enjoy it here and hope you stick around and come back for more episodes. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back week after week to see what kind of shenanigans I've been up to, what I've managed to get done on my knitting and other crafting things. And I'm so happy to have all of you here with me all the time. I appreciate you all so much. If you have not yet done so, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps my teeny tiny channel to get some attention in the YouTube algorithm. Like the video, share, comment. I love reading your comments. I try to respond to each and every one of them. So just a big thank you to everyone. Appreciate it so much. Anywho, it's been a busy week. It's been hot and humid and ick, and I haven't been doing as much knitting as I probably would have liked to have done, but I did get some work done on my crafts. So first project is in this little project bag that I made for myself a while back, and that is these are my 2 at a time toe up sort of shorty socks. Come on out, yarn. So this is made with my Opal mini advent calendar that I got for Advent 2023. I'm trying to get that all used up before my different advents for 2024-25. Oh my gosh. Before 2025 advents start coming in. So I was down here last week where the kitty cat is, and so I added a little bit. I have finished the main part of the sock, and I'm starting the gusset increasing now. So I think I've done 2 or 3 rounds on the gusset increasing, so I've got a little ways to go on that yet. So the the contrast color on the toes, heel, and cuff is a solid color from Opal. I don't remember the color name right now, and I don't have that marked down where I can see it quick and easy. So, and the main color, each of the colors, they're all mismatch. I apologize to those that don't like mismatch, but I love them. It is from my Opal mini advent calendar from 2023. I got it from Purple Circle Yarn Co. I think she's out of Canada. I found it on Etsy. I don't know if she still does the advent calendars, but she does have, I'm assuming she does have other yarns available on Etsy. So I'm enjoying this project. I'm hoping to get this one finished before I head out to Manitoba in a couple weeks. It should be done within a couple weeks, good grief. But I do want to have it done so that I can take yarn to make a few more mismatched socks while I've gone home for a few weeks in July. The only other project I made progress on is my Coziest Memory Ruana. It's based on the Coziest Memory blanket pattern from Kemper Ray, and I'm doing it into a Ruana instead. I'm using all of my Rowan Mini subscription 10-gram little guys. I think that's the only yarn I have in here so far. I'm hoping I can finish it using only Rowan Minis. We shall see. If not, that's fine. I'll go on to, I've got scraps. All of us sock knitters, we got scraps. But that's what I'm using for that. I'm holding the yarn double. I'm pulling from the outside and the inside of the little bowl of yarn that we get each month. Holding it double, and I'm using, someone asked me last week, I think it's a 3.2, oh goodness, I can't remember. And I didn't bring my glasses over here with me, so I can't read what it says on the needles. Not a clue. I think they're, now, if I remember, I'll put it there. It's on my project page. But anywho, all of that to say, I'm just gonna put that down there for safekeeping. I had hoped to have this last square done. This is where I finished last night, and I didn't quite finish it, so I'm halfway through a square, partway through a square. But this past week I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from this one here, I've added five squares on this past week. So I'm not sure when I'm going to start tucking in the tails. The ones on the top will wait until there's another row done, but I might start tucking in some of these tails before I finish the entire row. I like leaving them until I get to a midpoint like this, where I've got 4 squares, and then I tuck in the tails once I've got it to four squares attached, and then I tuck it into the middle. So it's only this row that still needs tails woven in. I will, that was a good hiding spot for my yarn. It didn't land on the floor, because otherwise that's where it would have gone. So down the shirt, perfect. So with the Rowan Minis, I'm still using yarn from November 2024. That is how far behind I am. And I'm going to keep going with that. I think I have 6 or 7 months. So there's November, December, January, February, March, April, May. My May yarn never arrived. It went missing in the mail someplace. It was said it was delivered. I did not get it. And the June yarn is an 80-20 mix. So I've got 60 little skeins of yarn to add into my Ruana. So I'll have to see. I don't know how long I want it to go from the front to down the arm, to see how wide it goes from side to side. I'm going to wait until I have this row done, and I'll see what it looks like. Then I'll probably add 1 or 2 more rows. I might not have enough of the Rowan Minis, but then I will move on to scraps to keep going with that. So that is not a trouble at all. And that's all I've worked on this week. But with the Ruana, I'm using only the 75-25 mix. I think I mentioned this in a couple other videos. I probably have talked about this more than once. The 80-20s, I tried using them before, and they come out just a little bit too, the squares come out just a little bit bigger because the yarn's a little bit plumper. So I didn't want to have that happening. I didn't want to fiddle around with needle sizes. So I thought that's just gonna, no. Anywho, so all of the 80-20, I think there's 5 months worth. There's a few months worth that are 80/20s. There's one 85/15 month. What I'm going to do with those, I had mentioned I think last week that I was hoping to do a granny stripe triangle. I'm also considering, I saw Shauna this past week has started doing a double thickness garter. I can't remember, reading something, reading shawl, I think that might be what it was called. And it's just a large garter stitch triangle. And I'm contemplating, I'm trying to decide if I will do the granny or the garter. And I will be using 1 skein of the heavier Rowan Minis and 1 skein of bare yarn for either project. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do. I will not start that until I've got, unless I do the granny one. If I do the granny one, yeah, I don't know, guys. Help me decide. If I do the granny, it'll go way quicker because I crochet much faster than I can knit. And I like the idea of either one of them. I equally like the finished product for either one. I don't know. I probably won't be starting it till August or September. I really do need to rein in starting any new projects other than vanilla socks. So I do want to, this week I think I'm going to pull out the Sock Madness socks that got me eliminated from the competition this year. I'm at the point where I think it's the heel turn I'm getting ready to start, or the gusset portion. And I just, since I got eliminated, I put them aside and I haven't touched them since. So I really do want to get those finished, just so I can get them off my needles. So I'm thinking I might pick those up and get back to that this week. We shall see. Because as you can see, I usually only work on 2, at most 3 projects at a time. And I have 5 or more. I have 3 sweater type things, and 2 pair of socks, and a granny, scrap granny. So I've got 6 whips on the go, and most of them get ignored, and I work on I usually work on 2 of them. So I really do want to focus on getting those other whips done before I start anything new. I know myself well enough. I love starting new projects because there's always just that excitement of something fresh and new. And then the other guys all sit there and languish and look at me all sad, like, why? Why are you ignoring me? I do plan on filming either today or tomorrow a video, and I probably won't post it until I'm gone to Manitoba. I'm going to be gone for a little over 2 weeks this summer. Next month I am leaving on. I am leaving. I fly out on the 2nd of July and I'm not back till the 18th, late at night. So I want to have something to post on the Saturdays when I'm not here. Hubby's gonna be here. He's got a bunch of things work-wise, so he'll be home. But I do want to film a few videos so I have something to post 2 or 3 Saturdays while I'm gone. And one of the videos I want to post is I'm going to collect up all of my projects that need the final touches done on them. And by final touches, I mean just tucking in those darn tails. I have a bunch of projects that have not been 100% completed, and they need to be done. So what I'm planning on doing is filming a video. I'm going to hunt them all down and film a video of all the projects that need the tails tucked in. And then over the next week or two, I will get all those ends tucked in and show you everything that once it's finished, and post that as one of the videos while I'm gone. The other video I want to post is I was rooting through some things and I found a tub, a Rubbermaid tub of finished stuff that's just sitting there. It's been hiding and ignored and forgotten about for I don't even want to know how long. So I'll take you with me and we will look through that tub together, and that'll be another video that I'm going to post while I'm away. So you have those to look forward to during July. But otherwise, it's been fairly busy around here. I've had some things that I've had to get done work-wise, and I'll talk more about that probably later this month, or maybe not till I get back in July. I'll talk a little bit more about stuff from work. And what else? That's been about it. Same old, same old. Trying to keep cool. That air conditioning, I've got a window air conditioning window air conditioning unit. There we go. Oh my goodness. English is my only language and I'm having trouble getting all my words out in the right order and the right words. But anywho, we put in a window air conditioner in my craft room just because our apartment is really big. It's about 2,400 square feet. It's huge. And the HVAC unit is way at the back, the other end of the apartment. Like this, our apartment runs the entire length of the building that we live in. The front of the apartment is the entire width of the building, and where the bedrooms are, dining room, kitchen area, is about half the width of the building, and then there's a second apartment next door to us that runs the same length. It's about 1,000 square feet. So the HVAC unit is way at the back of the building, and it's not strong enough, it's not powerful enough to shove the air all the way down here. So my craft room and the living room, which is the next room over, in the winter time they're cold because the heat doesn't come all the way down here, or not enough of it gets all the way down here. And in the summertime it's hot because the air conditioning, by the time it gets all the way down here, it's not much anymore. So we got a window air conditioner in here and fans in the living room to keep it cooler. So because this thing is sitting right beside me here, I can almost touch it from where I'm sitting. I shut it off when I'm filming so that you can hear me. But that's coming back on in just a couple minutes. And then this afternoon, hubby has for the church, they're doing a father-son meal. There's a bunch of the men, sons, grandfathers, whatever. Just all the men at the church, any of them that want to come out. They're meeting at a restaurant down the road here at 3 o'clock. They couldn't decide. They were going to do late morning, but it didn't work for some of the guys, so they decided to do it in the afternoon. So they're having, some are halfway in between lunch and supper time. So hubby and I call that lupper. So if you have brunch, well, that's lupper, when it's midway between the two regular meals. So anywho, so I'm on my own all afternoon, and in the evening, hubby is going to be working at, there's not far from us, they've got their summer carnival one of the fire halls. It's a fundraising thing for them. That's this evening. So hubby and a couple other people from church have a booth set up, and they're just handing out stuff about Vacation Bible School. Hubby was ecstatic last night. He was there for a couple hours, and he already has 2 kids signed up for VBS, so he's thrilled with that. It was worth the time standing out there in the heat to hand those out. So he's got that this evening, and I'm not going, I'm staying home. And so this afternoon, before he goes out for lunch, we're going to watch the third Despicable Me movie. And then next week we'll watch the fourth one. And then I'm not sure what we're watching after those. But anywho, so that's our plans for today. And last night we, as hubby called it, we hate watched Snow White, the new Snow White. I didn't like it. We watched, in the afternoon, we watched the original one from like 1930 something, 37 I think it was. The original old Snow White. And then in the evening when he got home from the carnival, we watched the new one. I didn't really like the new one. It was, nah. I loved the old one. The new one was kind of like, they just added so much into it. It was just kind of like, meh. Anywho, so it was free with our Disney subscription. It just came available for free on Disney this just a few days ago. So hubby wanted to hate watch it, so that we did, and we didn't like it. As expected, we didn't really think it was that good. But anywho, so on that note, I think I'm going to let you guys go. Hubby and I need to get watching Despicable Me so he has time to get going off to his lunch thing. And I will talk with you guys again next week. Alrighty, take care everybody. Bye.